Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Professor Dr. Rizwan Jamil Qureshi. Welcome to the new lecture on Advanced Object-Oriented Software Engineering. We have discussed main problems of software engineering field, high cost and longer development times because customer is demanding ERP systems, customer is demanding integrated systems, and we need more time and cost to develop them and to maintain them. It is almost impossible to remove all errors before and even after delivery to the customer. And we have a rule, Pareto principle 80-20, 80% errors raised from the 20% of the code. Software cost and schedule estimation is an extremely difficult task because we don't know how much time is required to implement the logic, implement the requirements, how many errors are going to raise, how much time we need to fix them. And software is always upgraded after delivery to the customer, like any system, Leasoft of NetSol Technologies or SAP, Oracle, Microsoft Dynamics. We keep on adding new modules, we keep on updating, we keep on upgrading the system. So we need more people to maintain that software, and maintenance costs increase with the passage of time because whenever we introduce change, we need to have testing and maintenance cycle. And one bug will generate 10 errors. We fix one, 10 will come. We fix 10, 100 will come. And time to market should be reduced because its software is not like other products, not like hardware that we open a shop and we wait for the customer. So NetSol Technologies has developed a system without having any customer to integrate with the ATM system, and no bank shows interest to purchase that software. Ultimately, NetSol Technologies has to freeze that project. Single product becomes part of product family, so we always face integration errors whenever we introduce a new product. Ambiguous, conflicting, and changing requirements are the another problems. According to Barry Boehm, productivity of software development is reduced when we have large team. We need more time to communicate. When program size is increased, complexity is increased, like Microsoft Vista failed due to large size, around 70 to 80 million lines of code. NetSol technology and Netscape communicator browser, it was failed. Symbian operating system of Nokia failed because of large size. What is the solution for the most of the software engineering problems? CBD is the solution. So what is CBD? What comes to your mind? Component-based development. What component-based development? How we define it? System should be developed from existing, previously developed or ready-made components. Main examples of CBD are graphical user interface and integrated development environment. Graphical user interface concept was introduced in the Mac operating system. It was the idea of Steve Jobs. So how to define graphical user interface? It's a method of interaction using forms, menus, icons, and natural language. So there are 4 components of graphical user interface to interact with the system. So what is a form? Form has 2 definitions. One, it's a business document that has some predefined data and some space needs to be filled by the user. And we have a technical definition that form is a container that hosts other components. For example, we can drag and drop text box, label box, check box, option box, command button. Then we have report. So forms or reports, menus, icons, and natural language. The report is also a business document that is solely generated from reading or viewing purposes. If we talk about external schema of the database, so user view. So it's a virtual relation that doesn't exist in the database, but it's generated from the user's perspective. Then menu is the next component of graphical user interface. Menu is a collection of commands under a single term, like file menu, home menu, insert menu, design, transition, animation, slideshow, review, view, as you can see in the slide. Then icon. Icon is a graphical symbol that has specific command. It means every symbol is not icon. Only those graphical symbols that has specific commands like my computer, the shortcut, command button, label box, check box, option box. So graphical user interface has several icons like the start button of Microsoft Windows. Then natural language is the fourth component of graphical user interface. Natural language is native language of the user or conventional speaking language of the user. For example, if we develop software for American clients, European clients, so our language will be in English. If we develop it for Gulf, Middle East, our natural language will be Arabic. In Pakistan, it will be Urdu. In India, it will be Hindi. For France, French. For Germany, German. So for the native language or conventional speaking language of the user to interact with the computer, as we can see the dialogue when we start any software or when we use computer or use any application. Then second example of CBD is IDE. What IDE stands for? Integrated Development Environment. Integrated Development Environment is an environment in which ready-made components are available, like a car assembly line, and we integrate them to have rapid application development. So it is also called rapid application development environment or integrated development environment where ready-made components are available. Like when we assemble a car, components are there, and at the assembly line, we just integrate them, or any production unit like for laptop, computer, projector, any refrigerator, AC. So we have assembly line for the products. We just integrate them and we assemble them. So same concept is for IDE, where ready-made components are available and we just integrate them and we develop rapid application development environment. When CBD idea was floated, any idea? It was introduced in 1968 in a conference named Mass Produced Software Components. From that time, engineering and scientific libraries are developed to reuse the previously developed functions. From where CBD idea was taken? It was taken from civil engineering and manufacturing field, like manufacturing vehicle in parts or construction of building using bricks or blocks are simple examples of reuse. Car manufacturers would not have been so successful if they had not used standardized parts or components. So software companies are using the same concept to develop software using standardized parts or components. Like any production item, any product like car or AC, fridge, spare parts of that product should be available in the market to make it successful. It's like having the standardized components to manufacture a product. So software components are shipped with the library available with the software like Microsoft. .NET has a library, NetBeans, Cake PHP, Zend PHP, Ruby on Rails. So Microsoft Corporation and Sun Microsystem, which is now purchased by Oracle, are two major software development organizations. And these companies have provided their parts or components with their software to market them and to have successful tools like .NET and Java are very popular, and they have the components available, libraries available. Like C++ has standard template library, STL. In C, we have library. So each tool has a library of components. Like in Pakistan, Toyota, Honda, and Suzuki are the major car manufacturers, vendors. And they are so successful because their parts are available in the local market. Same in Saudi Arabia, Toyota company has a very large market because its parts are available in the local market and they are cheap, economical. Like I purchase battery for my car for Prado and it cost me around 250 riyal. Whereas one of my colleagues, he has OD and he purchased battery for around 1200 riyal. So that's the difference between Toyota company and OD company in Saudi Arabia. So car parts are very expensive for such cars like Ferrari, Audi, Mercedes, BMW. Whereas Toyota company spare parts are cheaper and it's available widely. You don't need to import from America or from any other country. Thank you very much. Jazakallah khair. May Allah bless you. Assalamu alaikum.